Hello survivors, welcome to another single summon series video. In today's video we are now on the Chaos Golem. As you can see, we do not have a skill mastery Chaos, and that is because the Legionnaire actually has the Chaos Golems as a skill in his domain, kind of like what we did with the Frenzied Bunnies. We are going to be running Material Harvest instead, so there's no prejudice to, the ruins. I don't want to run the skill Affinity, which would have been really good for Chaos obviously, or any of the other ones, but because we don't have space and because this actually does play a role in what upgrades you get or cards you get, we aren't going to be playing with it. So let's just jump straight into it and see how well Chaos Golems can do. We gotta hope that we get them. Oh, look at that, straight off the bat. This we've just been really lucky because this has been happening exactly the way we want it to always happen. Now the thing about the Chaos Golems is, yes, they do disarray and they taunt enemies, but because of this, if we land up going all the way to the corner, we gotta wait for this little guy to come straight to us. Now Golems and these melee minions are tethered to our character, and most of the time they will land up being a little bit further away from us. We gotta wait for the next one to summon before we can take advantage of it. So there we go, beautiful AoE wide damage. So, and then just like every other time, we're going to banish all of the defenses. Over here, we're going to grab ourselves as much cast frequency as possible. That's going to help them, and then it's also going to help us summon them faster. So multicast will be a big thing here, and area of effect is going to be a really big one with the Chaos Golems. Now, they slam the ground, and that's going to deal area damage to everything around them. So we do want to get as much area of effect as possible. And because they do have taunt, we are going to be pretty safe when we fight the bosses, because they're going to be taunting the bosses to attack them. So it does allow us to stand behind the bosses or just out of the way of all the bosses, so that we can focus on, just staying alive, and we don't have to really focus on anything else. Alright, we're going to grab as many expansives as possible for this one. We just need as much area of effect as possible, and that's going to help us deal as much damage as quickly as possible as well. So I think multicast will also be quite a big thing here. I don't know, there's going to be a lot of things that are pretty big. Disarray, they already apply it. I don't think we need to go for more damage just yet. I think there are going to be more important things like more maximum golems, cast frequency, increased quantity is beautiful. Let's go for crit damage as well. So that's going to help us quite a lot. We can summon 5 total now. And we also don't need to keep cast frequency over here, but we might, just in case we get those legendary options. Movement speed's going to be pretty good for them as well, since it's going to allow them to run back to us or to other enemies as quickly as possible. The only thing I wish they had was maybe some, cunning, so that they could focus on the bosses more, because a lot of the time now they're going to land up focusing on other enemies instead of the bosses, which by the way they just totally destroyed, but they'll land up focusing on other enemies instead of them, and that's going to cause problems. That's why we want the expansive as much as possible, because that's going to allow them to not necessarily have to focus on a specific enemy. They're just going to whack everything as much as they can. So we're going to focus on the area of effect, hoping that when they hit here, it's going to hit something around us as well. But it doesn't look like it is just yet. I don't know how much area of effect we'll need for that to be a thing, but we'll try the best we can. We're going to lock this area of, actually we're going to lock all of these. We'll grab that, and then, okay, we have to take that as well. So that multicast is going to come in very handy. Okay, there is a crystal over here. Let's just go and grab that. Get ourselves 2 levels. There we go, and increase damage. This is going very well so far for us. I don't think they're going to have any special record. I don't think they're going to be super strong like the mages or the bunnies were, but we never know. We'll see what we can get. I mean, they do a lot of damage actually, and it's flat damage as well. It's not even like negative effects or anything. They can do a lot of damage over here. I think we need a bit more cast frequency on them so they hit more often. There isn't the option though right now, unfortunately. There we go, beautiful. Cast frequency, give us more of that. Even more cast frequency over there, just so they're able to attack more often, meaning that they're going to kill things a lot faster. It's the only reason for it as well. We need them to hit as often as possible. Also, based on the way that they interact with, you know, the surroundings and area of effect, maybe adding an area of effect card or passive as one of their available options would be really nice. I should have re-rolled there, but it's okay, it's not the end of the world. Luckily, we do summon enough of them now where we can just sit in the corner here and they should all focus on whatever is around them. Gonna go for the Merciless. Again, we don't really have to worry too much about Disarray. Disarray is very good when you're playing longer rounds, when you can stack it up more efficiently, but also because they are such slow attackers, the Disarray could actually be more of a negative than a positive. But there we go, as soon as they land up surrounding an enemy, the enemy does just die. Alright, more cast frequency, we are happy to grab that. I'm actually going to re-roll here. We don't want the Disarray to bleed, and then even more cast frequency. We're down to a 15-second summon time. This is going to happen with the summon inventory skill as well. So the skill themselves are very, very strong, but the minion in terms of their timing is going to be not so good. So even though the tier list is based on time, it's also going to be like on how enjoyable it is. So these guys are actually pretty good. I'm enjoying them. So I think this might still be quite good on the tier list, but we don't know. I don't know how I feel. I think the tier list has to be, you know, based on time, personally, because otherwise we're in a bit of a problem with them, because a lot of them are enjoyable, but they might take a really long time. Like Moose is going to be very similar to this. I think the Moose actually do even more damage, actually. He's dead. They're all dead. That's good. We get 3 more levels. We get the multicast AOR. I think we can leave the area of effect off now. Actually, we've only got one more boss fight. We'll just do it. What the heck? We'll just go and grab that, and we will then go from there. There isn't any real reason not to get as much AoE as possible. Actually, is my visibility on 100? Yeah, it is. So we're actually starting to see the visibility of their area of effect on them. So as you can see their attack actually going off now. So the area of effect is making a big difference. I just wish we could get it a whole lot more than what it currently is, because right now it's only 160%, which makes me think, oh wow, how much area of effect do we need to actually make it so that that's massive? But I think an army of these guys would be quite funny, using 6 skills of them. A singular focus, Chaos Golem build could be quite interesting. But as you can see, all of the enemies do land up attacking the Chaos Golems, so we don't really have to worry about whether we're going to get spun on. So that's one benefit of playing with them. And then there we go, dead. So it's not the fastest of builds, but it is a very enjoyable one. 5 minutes 54 seconds. It's not a terrible time, but not the greatest of times either. Also, I think their damage, yep, because of their slow time. Actually, it's not because of their slow time. Yeah, actually, how did they do their total damage different to their effective damage? Is that because of Devastating Blow? Or is that because of the Disarray? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.